Hello and welcome to Katrina's Creations. This is episode 307. It's also day 10 of Vlogmas. So let's get started. I have no finished objects this week, none whatsoever. But I have a few other projects I've been working on. So let me show you what I'm up to. First, I have been working a lot on the poncho. So you can see how far I have gone. I've gone from here up to here. There's 112 rows total, and I'm on like row 77, I think. So coming down the home stretch, and then I have to do the collar and the sleeves to it. So you can see the chevrons are getting quite large as we go. So there is that. And then there's this. Once upon a time, this was a cardigan, and I have several rolls of this, but I'm just going to show you one ball. This is Lion brand homespun. I do not remember the color that this was, but you can see it's like a deep maroon with gold and black. And I crocheted a cardigan out of this. It didn't have any buttons down the front or anything. It was just an open cardigan. And then I made the collar, so it kind of came around like a shawl collar, but it went the whole length down the length of the cardigan. And at the bottom of it, where the hemline would be, it opened up wide enough to form pockets. And I really, really liked it, except that now that I've lost some weight, it's way too big, and two of me could fit in it. So I am actually in the process of ripping this out, which is not an easy feat. The ripping out of the homespun yarn itself isn't that hard, but what is difficult is I don't remember how I put it together. I don't remember how I didn't use a pattern, I just kind of went with it. And so trying to find these little ends when I wove them in and unweave them so I can unravel and try to remember which was the top, which was the bottom, and how I put this whole thing together. Yeah, it's been interesting trying to take it apart. So I'm still in the process of working on this. I worked on this the other night, trying to take it apart. I think I've got 4 balls of yarn this big. Initially, my thought was I'll just give the cardigan away and I'll make another one. I originally had 10 balls of this yarn. I don't know where the 10 balls are. I can't find the extras because I thought, oh, I think I have enough. I could just get rid of this and just make a brand new one. I can't find the yarn anywhere, so rip it out we are doing. So yes, that's been a project and a half. It's yarn barf all over the floor in the living room. It's a wreck because yeah, there's bits and parts of sweater all over the floor at this point. There's a dangling sleeve. There's like balls of yarn going out like tentacles all over the place. Yarnzilla has arrived in my living room. So those are the 2 things that I'm working on. What have you been working on this week? Now it is day 10 of Vlogmas, so we will open that, and I've decided on a project for all the yarn. So let me show you what we got here. Here's day 10, and here is the lighthouse. See if I can get the glare off of it. I think it's red. Yeah, it looks like it's like a red brick. So there is the lighthouse of the day. And let's look at the yarn. Then we have a pretty blue yarn. It's not tonal or anything, it's pretty much a solid. Okay, it's not tonal, it's just pretty much a solid blue color. So, and there's no ball band, so I don't know what it is. If you've missed Vlogmas, I have been filming since December 1st. If you want to check it out, you can click the link right here. That's the little letter I. If you click that little letter I, it will take you over to Vlogmas. And you can see the other colors that I've got in these cute little itty bitty baby skeins. They look like they belong to a doll. But yeah, you could check them out. I would show them to you, except that I have been unrolling them as I go and rolling them into one giant continuous ball for the project I have in mind. So here is what I am hoping to work on. This was a pattern that was gifted to me several years ago. It's called Brave at Heart by Lydia Brown. It is a one skein yarn. It is an asymmetrical shawlette. It's not to be confused with the hitchhiker that I've made. This has like ripples along here. It doesn't have those little teeth like the sawtooth edge. This has some ripples that go along it, and it also has some eyelet lace. It doesn't show up real well in this, but there's some eyelet in there. So apparently this is somehow based on Harry Potter, which I have never read, never seen the movies, anything like that, have no desire to, but I'm just basing it. It says, you might belong in Gryffindor, where dwell the brave at heart. Their daring nerve and chivalry set Gryffindors apart. And that's from J.K. Rowling Harry Potter series. So it says on here by the designer, it says, my brave at heart kerchief, so it's a kerchief type of scarf, was inspired by the Gryffindor motto. Its tip-to-tip construction, simple garter, stylish eyelet mesh, and scalloped edge represent the heroism, yeah, we'll try that one again, valor and strength that Harry, Ron, Hermione, like I said, anyway, and all the Gryffindor students showed during their time at Hogwarts school. So, yeah. So anyway, like I said, never read the series or anything like that, but that's where the name comes from, is Brave at Heart. So this is a pattern. It requires, how much yarn? 300 to 328 yards of sport weight. Now, all of mine are fingering weight. Fingering weight and sport weight are fairly close, so it'll be fine. And I should have more than enough, because each of these are 5-gram minis, and I have a total of 25, which would be 125 grams. And this is fingering weight. Fingering weight yarn runs for a 100-gram skein is roughly 400 yards. So this is going to be more than 400 yards. It's going to be almost 500 yards by the time we finish. So, yeah. No, not almost 500 yards. Yeah, about 500 yards. So, yeah, so this, looking at this pattern, I think it's one that could be expanded. I just make it a little bit bigger as I go. So I'm sure it's going to be fairly easy to add to once I get into the pattern and look at it a little closer. But that's what I'm going to be making with all of these little skeins of yarn. Now it's time for... Now in our Come and Get It section this week, we're going to start out with shameless self-promotion. I have some stitch markers. If you're looking for those last minute ideas for knitters or crocheters, I have 2 different types of sets. I have 4 altogether. No, 5. I have 5. Okay. These are stitch marker sets, so I'll show you what they look like. They're $4 per set, and there's 4 stitch markers per set, and they're on a little ring. So the first bunch, so I can get it to... Oh, that's the back of them. The first bunch of them, you can see there, they look like little iridescent flowers. So I have 1, 2, I have 2 sets of those. And then I have 3 sets. These have 5, no, 4. These are on little rings like this. And these are little jewels. And the jewels vary per one. Like this one has, so I get it to turn around. This one has a clear, and then it has a teal one, and a pink one, and a green one. So they kind of vary from one to another. This one has reds and pinks in it. So, yeah, this one has, was that a purple? No, it's black. So they kind of vary. So I have 3 different sets of these and 2 sets of the flowers. So they are selling for $4 a piece. If you're interested, just contact me over at Facebook. You can message me there, or you just send me an email at KatrinasCreations@yahoo.com and we'll figure something out. So anyway, that's what I have for shameless self-promotion. But knit picks, we will go into knit picks right now. They are running 20% off sale on their needles, on Hawthorne yarn, Wonder Fluff. Now the Wonder Fluff is over on We Crochet, which is the sister company of Knit Picks. Knit Picks tailors more to knitting. We Crochet is also part of Knit Picks, but it's more towards crochet, of course. So We Crochet has Wonder Fluff on sale for 20% off. Knit Picks has Hawthorne yarns 20% off. And it's funny because I saw that they had 20% off needles, so I went over to We Crochet to see if they were running 20% off of hooks. They already had sold out. They had hooks, Dots brand hooks, which looked actually very nice, but anyway, they have completely sold out of those. So no hooks on We Crochet. So that is Knit Picks. Mary Maxim has some yarns starting. If you go over this, all of the links below are down in the description box. If you look right below the video, you'll see the word more. Click more, it'll open up and it's all alphabetical. So if you go down to Mary Maxim and look at their yarns, click yarn and then click the lowest price, because you know me, I shop cheap. I look for the cheapest price first. They actually had a variety of different yarns going for $1.99 per skein. So definitely worth checking out. So that is Mary Maxim. And then Lion Brand has a weekend sale running, 30% off yarn and kits. You do need to use a coupon code 30DECYK22. So it's 30% off December yarn and kits 22. So you do need to put that coupon code in to get the 30% discount. So yeah, if you've got some things you would like, there's 30% off. So it's not one of their better sales, but it's better than some of their sales. So anyway, that is what I have for you today. It's kind of short since you've been watching me every day, and you will continue to be able to watch me, if you really want to, every day as I open up more of the Yarn Advent Calendar. So I will see you again tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.